Every star has a hidden story, one that often remains in the shadows of their fame. Alicia Fox, a name etched into the annals of WWE history, carries a tale far deeper than her iconic moments in the ring. To millions, she is the unpredictable and charismatic force who left fans in awe. But behind the glittering lights and roaring crowds lies a narrative of resilience, heartbreak, and ambition that defined not just her career, but her life. Alicia Fox, born Victoria Crawford, stood as a trailblazer in the wrestling world. Her energy, charisma, and athletic prowess made her a fan favorite, and her crowning achievement as the first African-American Divas champion shattered barriers in a sport that had often overlooked diversity. Yet, her journey was not without struggle. Behind the moments of triumph were sacrifices, battles, and a drive to prove herself in an industry that demanded perfection. From her early years in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, Alicia's story was one of relentless determination. Growing up, she dreamed of a life that went beyond the ordinary, a life where she could make her mark. Wrestling became her calling, but that dream came with its challenges. The road to stardom is never smooth, and Alicia's path was no exception. Her rise in WWE was nothing short of meteoric, filled with unforgettable matches, dramatic rivalries, and a personality that kept fans glued to their screens. But with fame came immense pressure. Alicia was not just battling her opponents in the ring. She was fighting her own inner battles, struggling to navigate the demands of fame and the personal struggles that came with it. Wrestling was more than a profession for Alicia. It was her identity, her passion, and her escape. But the same sport that brought her joy also brought pain, as the physical toll, emotional challenges, and backstage politics tested her resolve. Alicia's journey is not just a wrestling story. It is a human story. It is about a woman who faced her fears, embraced her flaws, and refused to back down, even when the odds seemed insurmountable. Her story matters because it speaks to the struggles many face in their own lives. Alicia Fox became a symbol of perseverance, a reminder that even those who shine the brightest face darkness at times. It is this duality, her strength and vulnerability, that makes her legacy so compelling. This documentary is not just about Alicia Fox, the WWE star. It is about Victoria Crawford, the woman behind the persona. It is about her journey through the highs and lows of a career in the spotlight and her battle to stay true to herself in a world that often demanded she be something else. This is her story, unfiltered, raw, and inspiring. Alicia Fox's story begins far from the grandeur of wrestling arenas and the bright lights of fame. Born as Victoria Crawford on June 30th, 1986, in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, her early life was shaped by a mix of determination, creativity, and resilience. Growing up in a small coastal town, Victoria's childhood was modest, but filled with dreams that stretched far beyond her surroundings. As a child, Victoria was known for her boundless energy and an innate ability to connect with others. Her family played a central role in nurturing her ambitions, with her mother often describing her as a natural performer who loved to be in the spotlight. From school plays to community events, Victoria was always eager to take the stage, a trait that would later define her career in wrestling. Despite her lively demeanor, her early years were not without challenges. The Crawford family faced financial struggles that tested their resilience. These hardships instilled in Victoria a deep sense of perseverance and an understanding of the value of hard work. She often found solace in athletics, excelling in various sports throughout her school years. Whether it was track and field or cheerleading, her competitive spirit and natural athleticism were evident to everyone around her. Victoria's early influences extended beyond her family and hometown. As a teenager, she became captivated by professional wrestling. Watching legends like Trish Stratus, Jacqueline, and Lita dominate the ring, she found herself drawn to their strength, charisma, and larger-than-life personas. Wrestling wasn't just a sport to her. It was storytelling in its most dramatic form. A stage where she could imagine herself one day performing. Her love for wrestling was fueled by her sister Christina, who shared her passion for the sport. The two would often mimic wrestling moves in their backyard, dreaming of a future where they could be a part of the world they admired. Those moments of sibling bonding not only strengthened their relationship, but also solidified Victoria's resolve to pursue her dreams. No matter how distant they seemed at the time, academically, Victoria was an average student, but her aspirations went beyond the classroom. She was deeply creative, often sketching designs for costumes, and writing short stories that reflected her vivid imagination. These creative pursuits would later influence her wrestling persona, where her unique style and unpredictable character would captivate audiences. Despite her growing passion for wrestling, Victoria's path to the WWE was far from straightforward. Like many young dreamers, she faced doubts from those around her. Friends and mentors often questioned whether a career in wrestling was realistic. But Victoria remained steadfast. She was determined to prove that her dreams were not only valid but attainable. In her late teens, Victoria took her first steps toward independence, working various jobs to support herself and save for opportunities that might come her way. One of those jobs, as a model, would unexpectedly open the door to her wrestling career. While modeling was never her ultimate goal, it provided her with the confidence and poise that would later become invaluable in the WWE. Her early years were marked by a blend of ambition and struggle, a balancing act of chasing her dreams while navigating the realities of life. But for Victoria Crawford, every challenge was a stepping stone, every setback a lesson. Her journey from a small-town girl to a global wrestling icon was just beginning, and the seeds of her success were already being sown in the moments that defined her early life. This chapter of her story is not just about her beginnings, but about the foundation of who she would become. Alicia Fox, the trailblazing WWE star, was built on the resilience of Victoria Crawford, a young woman who dared to dream big and worked tirelessly to make those dreams a reality. Victoria Crawford's journey to the WWE began with a spark of opportunity, a chance encounter that would set her on the path to becoming Alicia Fox. It all started during her time as a model in her late teens. While working in the industry, she gained confidence in front of the camera, learning how to present herself with poise and charisma. What she didn't know at the time was that this experience would prepare her for an entirely different stage, the wrestling ring. Her break came when a talent scout noticed her potential. Recognizing her athleticism, unique look, and magnetic presence, the scout suggested she consider professional wrestling. For Victoria, it was a dream aligning with reality. Though she had admired wrestling for years, she never imagined she could become part of that world. With a mix of excitement and nervousness, she decided to take the leap. Victoria's first step into the wrestling industry came in 2006 when she signed a developmental contract with WWE. Assigned to their developmental territory, Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW, she began her training. The transition from modeling to wrestling was anything but easy. Wrestling demanded physical strength, endurance, and a mental toughness that Victoria had yet to develop. Her early days in OVW were filled with grueling training sessions, long hours in the ring, and an uphill battle to prove herself. She was no stranger to hard work, but wrestling was a new level of challenge. She had to learn the fundamentals, everything from executing moves to understanding the psychology of a match. Mistakes were frequent, and there were moments when she questioned whether she had made the right choice. But Victoria was determined to succeed, despite the physical toll. She found herself falling in love with the art of wrestling. She admired the storytelling, the athleticism, and the way wrestlers connected with audiences on an emotional level. It was here that her creativity began to shine. She started experimenting with her persona, laying the groundwork for the character that would later become Alicia Fox. One of her first big opportunities came in 2008 when she was called up to WWE's main roster, debuting as Alicia Fox. She was introduced as a wedding planner in a storyline involving Edge and Vicky Guerrero. While the role was small, it gave her a chance to showcase her acting skills and connect with the WWE audience. It wasn't long before she transitioned from backstage segments to competing in the ring. Alicia's early matches were a test of her abilities. She faced criticism from fans and fellow wrestlers, many of whom doubted her potential. The pressure to prove herself was immense, but Alicia embraced it as motivation. She spent extra hours training, watching tapes of legendary wrestlers, and refining her skills. Her breakthrough came in 2010 when she captured the WWE Divas Championship, becoming the first African-American woman to hold the title. This victory was a monumental moment, not just for Alicia but for representation in the WWE. It was a testament to her hard work and determination, silencing the doubters who had once questioned her place in the industry. As Alicia's career gained momentum, she began to develop her unique in-ring style. Her matches were a blend of athleticism, unpredictability, and character-driven storytelling. She became known for her high-energy performances and her ability to play both a beloved babyface and a devious heel. Fans were drawn to her charisma and the depth she brought to her character, making her a standout in the women's division. Outside the ring, Alicia faced the challenges of adjusting to life on the road. The WWE schedule was demanding, with constant travel, media appearances, and the physical toll of performing night after night. But through it all, she remained focused on her goals. She was determined to carve out her place in the wrestling world and make an impact that would be remembered. The beginning of Alicia Fox's journey was marked by struggle, growth, and a relentless drive to succeed. It was a chapter defined by hard work and resilience, a foundation upon which she would build a career that broke barriers and left a lasting legacy. While her path was far from easy, it was these early years that shaped her into the trailblazer she would become. Alicia Fox's rise to fame in WWE was a culmination of years of hard work, resilience, and an unwavering belief in herself. After her breakthrough moment as the first African-American woman to win the Divas Championship in 2010, Alicia solidified her place as a trailblazer in the women's division. Her victory wasn't just a personal achievement. It was a historic milestone that resonated with fans around the world, particularly those who saw her as a symbol of representation and possibility. This triumph catapulted her career to new heights. As a champion, Alicia was thrust into the spotlight, becoming a central figure in WWE's programming. She defended her title against formidable opponents, showcasing her athleticism and growing confidence in the ring. Matches against stars like Eve Torres, Maurice, and Melina highlighted her versatility and ability to adapt her style to any opponent. Each victory further established her as a force to be reckoned with, while every loss became a lesson that fueled her determination. Beyond her in-ring achievements, Alicia's charisma and unique personality set her apart from her peers. She embraced her character with enthusiasm, creating moments that left lasting impressions on fans. Whether she was playing the role of a fan-favorite babyface or a villainous heel, Alicia knew how to captivate an audience. Her ability to switch seamlessly between comedic antics and intense rivalries made her one of the most dynamic performers in the women's division. One of her most memorable storylines came in 2014 when she adopted a wild and unpredictable persona. This character allowed Alicia to showcase her acting skills, blending humor and chaos in a way that entertained fans and kept her matches unpredictable. From throwing tantrums at ringside to using unconventional tactics in the ring, Alicia's antics became must-see moments on WWE television. Fans never knew what to expect, and that unpredictability became her trademark. Her rise to fame wasn't without challenges. As the women's division evolved, Alicia often found herself competing for attention in an era dominated by larger-than-life personalities. Despite this, she carved out her niche, proving time and again that she was more than capable of holding her own against any opponent. Her matches consistently demonstrated her ability to blend athleticism, storytelling, and emotion, earning her respect from fans and colleagues alike. Alicia's impact extended beyond her in-ring performances. She became a role model for aspiring wrestlers, particularly women of color, who saw her success as proof that barriers could be broken. In interviews, she spoke openly about the importance of representation and the challenges she faced as a minority in a predominantly white industry. Her honesty and vulnerability endeared her to fans, further cementing her legacy as a trailblazer. As her star continued to rise, Alicia took on new challenges, both inside and outside the ring. She appeared on WWE's reality show Total Divas, giving fans a glimpse into her life beyond the spotlight. The show highlighted her fun-loving personality, her friendships with other wrestlers, and the struggles she faced balancing her career with her personal life. These candid moments allowed fans to connect with her on a deeper level, further solidifying her status as one of WWE's most beloved stars. Alicia's rise to fame also included her involvement in historic matches and events. She participated in several groundbreaking moments for women's wrestling, including multi-woman matches that showcased the growing depth of the division. Her contributions during this time helped pave the way for the women's evolution, a movement that sought to elevate women's wrestling to the same level of prominence as the men's division. Throughout her rise, Alicia remained true to herself, embracing her individuality and refusing to conform to expectations. She was unapologetically bold, creative, and passionate, a combination that made her a standout performer in a highly competitive industry. Her journey to the top was a testament to her resilience, her talent, and her ability to connect with audiences in a way few others could. The rise of Alicia Fox wasn't just about championship victories or memorable matches. It was about breaking barriers, inspiring others, and leaving a lasting legacy. She proved that with determination and authenticity, it was possible to rise above challenges and achieve greatness, even in the face of doubt and adversity. This chapter of her story marked the peak of her career, a time when she stood as one of WWE's brightest stars and an inspiration to countless fans worldwide. As Alicia Fox's career flourished, the pressures of life in the spotlight began to take their toll. While her successes were celebrated by fans and peers alike, her journey was far from perfect. Behind the scenes, Alicia faced personal struggles that would test her resilience and push her to the brink, revealing the deeply human side of a seemingly larger-than-life persona. The demanding nature of the wrestling industry was one of the biggest challenges Alicia faced. WWE's grueling schedule, which required constant travel and back-to-back performances, left little room for rest or personal time. The physical toll of performing in the ring night after night was immense, leading to injuries that sometimes went untreated. Alicia often pushed through pain, determined not to let her career be derailed. But the relentless pace of the industry made it difficult to fully recover. Both physically and emotionally, injuries became a recurring obstacle for Alicia, from minor sprains to more serious issues. Each setback forced her to reevaluate her approach to wrestling. Her determination to return to the ring quickly often came at a cost, as she ignored the long-term impact on her health. Over time, the cumulative toll of these injuries began to weigh heavily on her, both mentally and physically. Beyond the physical challenges, Alicia also grappled with the mental and emotional strain of life in the public eye. The constant pressure to maintain her image, meet fan expectations, and compete at a high level created an environment where perfection was demanded at all times. For someone as passionate and dedicated as Alicia, this pressure was both a motivator and a burden. One of the most significant struggles Alicia faced was with her mental health. In interviews, she later spoke candidly about her battles with anxiety and the overwhelming stress of balancing her career and personal life. The weight of these challenges often went unnoticed by fans, as Alicia maintained a confident and charismatic persona on screen, but behind closed doors, she struggled to find stability and peace. In addition to her mental health struggles, Alicia faced personal controversies that added to the difficulties of her journey. In 2019, she took time away from WWE following reports of personal issues that surfaced in the media. While the specifics were never fully disclosed, the situation highlighted the challenges she faced in navigating the intersection of her personal and professional life. Alicia's struggles weren't limited to the industry itself. Like many performers, she found it difficult to maintain relationships outside of wrestling. The constant travel and demanding schedule often kept her away from family and friends, leaving her feeling isolated at times. Despite her outgoing and vibrant personality, she sometimes struggled to find a sense of belonging outside the wrestling world. The pressures of being a trailblazer also weighed heavily on Alicia. As the first African-American Divas champion, she carried the responsibility of representing a broader community. While she embraced this role with pride, it also came with heightened scrutiny. Every move she made was analyzed, and the expectations placed on her were often higher than those of her peers. Through these challenges, Alicia demonstrated incredible resilience. She sought support from those around her, including fellow wrestlers who understood the unique struggles of life in the industry. Her ability to confront her difficulties head-on became a source of inspiration for others, as she refused to let her struggles define her. Despite the hardships, Alicia found ways to cope and grow. She turned to creativity as an outlet, channeling her emotions into her performances and using her character as a way to express herself. Her unpredictable and wild persona in the ring became a reflection of her determination to take control of her narrative and embrace her individuality. This chapter of Alicia's story is a reminder that even the brightest stars face challenges. Her journey through personal struggles and professional obstacles highlights her strength and vulnerability, showing that resilience isn't about avoiding hardship, but about finding the courage to rise above it. Alicia Fox's challenges were not the end of her story, but a pivotal part of her evolution. They shaped her into a more empathetic and self-aware individual, deepening the connection she had with her fans. Her ability to overcome adversity became a testament to her character and an inspiration for anyone facing their own battles. Through it all, Alicia remained a fighter, proving that even in the darkest moments, there is always a path forward. Alicia Fox's career is filled with iconic moments and achievements that defined her as a trailblazer in WWE. Her journey to the top wasn't just about winning championships. It was about breaking barriers, inspiring others, and leaving a lasting legacy in an industry that often demanded more than it gave. These peak moments stand as a testament to her resilience, talent, and ability to captivate audiences. One of the most memorable highlights of Alicia's career came in 2010 when she became the first African-American woman to win the WWE Divas Championship. This victory was groundbreaking, not only for Alicia but for representation in the women's division. Her triumph resonated deeply with fans, particularly those who saw her as a symbol of hope and progress. Winning the title was a culmination of years of hard work, and it marked a significant milestone in her journey. As champion, Alicia solidified her place in WWE history. She defended her title with grit and determination, facing a host of challengers eager to dethrone her. Matches against rivals like Melina, Eve Torres, and Natalia showcase her growth as a performer and her ability to adapt to different styles of wrestling. Her reign was more than just a title run. It was a statement of her capabilities and a demonstration of her rightful place among the best in the industry. Beyond her championship victory, Alicia's in-ring performances became legendary for their unpredictability and flair. Her character, often described as wild and unorthodox, brought a unique energy to every match she participated in. One such moment came during her storyline in 2014, where she embraced her erratic and chaotic persona, from throwing tantrums at ringside to using unorthodox tactics. Alicia created moments that kept fans on the edge of their seats. This unpredictable side of her character reached new heights during a memorable rivalry with Paige. The matches between the two were intense and emotionally charged, showcasing not only Alicia's athleticism, but also her ability to tell compelling stories through her performances. The rivalry highlighted her versatility as a performer, proving she could seamlessly shift between comedic moments and serious, hard-hitting action. Another peak moment came during Alicia's participation in several historic matches and events. She competed in groundbreaking matches, including multi-woman bouts that highlighted the growing depth of the women's division. Her role in events like Survivor Series and WrestleMania solidified her status as a key player in WWE's women's evolution. While she wasn't always in the spotlight, her contributions to these moments were integral to their success. Alicia's impact extended beyond the ring. Her appearances on WWE's reality series Total Divas gave fans a glimpse into her life outside of wrestling. The show highlighted her vibrant personality, her struggles, and her relationships with her fellow wrestlers. These candid moments allowed fans to connect with Alicia on a deeper level, further cementing her as one of WWE's most relatable and beloved stars. Her legacy also includes her role as a mentor and trailblazer for future generations of wrestlers. As one of the longest-tenured women in WWE, Alicia became a source of inspiration for younger talent. Her ability to navigate the highs and lows of a challenging industry served as a blueprint for those who followed in her footsteps. She showed that success in wrestling wasn't just about winning titles. It was about resilience, adaptability, and staying true to oneself. Throughout her career, Alicia's contributions to the women's evolution cannot be overstated. While she wasn't always at the forefront of the movement, her work laid the groundwork for the opportunities that followed. She was part of an era that bridged the gap between the Divas era and the modern women's division, paving the way for today's generation of female wrestlers to thrive. Alicia's peak moments were also marked by her ability to connect with fans on a personal level, whether through her charismatic promos, her emotional matches, or her candid interviews. She created a bond with audiences that transcended the wrestling ring. Fans admired her authenticity and her ability to be unapologetically herself, both in and out of character. Her legacy is not just about her achievements, but about the impact she had on those around her. Peers, fans, and aspiring wrestlers alike credit Alicia with being a source of inspiration and support. Her story is one of perseverance, creativity, and an unwavering commitment to her craft, qualities that continue to resonate long after her time in the ring. Alicia Fox's peak moments and legacy serve as a reminder of the power of determination and individuality. Her journey is a testament to the idea that success is not just about reaching the top, but about the impact you make along the way. Through her achievements, her struggles, and her unwavering passion, Alicia carved out a legacy that will be remembered for generations to come. As Alicia Fox's career progressed, The challenges of maintaining her position in WWE began to intensify. The wrestling industry is unforgiving, demanding both physical and emotional resilience. For Alicia, the later years of her career were marked by a combination of declining opportunities, personal struggles, and a shift in the landscape of women's wrestling. The rise of the women's evolution in WWE brought about significant changes in the industry. While Alicia had played a role in paving the way for the movement, the focus began to shift to newer talent and a redefined vision of women's wrestling. The days of the Divas era, where Alicia had shined, were transitioning into a more athletic and competitive era. This change often left veterans like Alicia struggling to find their place amidst the evolving dynamics. Alicia's in-ring appearances became less frequent, and her storylines grew sporadic. Despite her undeniable talent and charisma, she found herself sidelined in favor of emerging stars. This decline in her on-screen presence was difficult for Alicia, as wrestling had been such a defining part of her identity. She had spent over a decade building her career, and the shift away from the spotlight was a harsh reality to face. Injuries also played a significant role in her decline. Years of physical strain had taken their toll on her body, and recovery became more challenging as she aged. Alicia often pushed through pain to deliver memorable performances, but the cumulative impact of these injuries became impossible to ignore. Her body was signaling that it was time to slow down, a message that was difficult for someone as driven as Alicia to accept. Personal challenges compounded the difficulties of her later career. Alicia faced struggles with mental health, a battle she eventually opened up about publicly. The pressures of life in the wrestling industry, combined with the emotional toll of her personal struggles, created a storm that was difficult to navigate. In 2019, reports of a public incident and subsequent time away from WWE brought her struggles into the spotlight, leading to speculation about her future in the company. The decision to step away from wrestling was not an easy one for Alicia. Wrestling had been her life for so long that the idea of leaving it behind felt like losing a part of herself. But as she reflected on her journey, she began to recognize the importance of prioritizing her health and well-being. This period of reflection allowed her to take stock of her career, her accomplishments, and the legacy she had built. Alicia's departure from WWE in 2019 marked the end of an era, but it also signaled a new beginning. While she no longer performed in the ring, she remained a beloved figure in the wrestling community. Fans continued to celebrate her contributions, and her impact on the industry was recognized by peers and newcomers alike. In interviews following her retirement, Alicia spoke candidly about her journey and the lessons she had learned. She reflected on the highs and lows of her career, acknowledging both her triumphs and her struggles. Her honesty and vulnerability resonated with fans, many of whom admired her courage in sharing her story. As Alicia transitioned to life outside of wrestling, she explored new opportunities and focused on personal growth, whether through community work, mentorship, or simply taking time to heal. She embraced this new chapter with the same determination that had defined her wrestling career. Her reflections on her time in WWE were filled with gratitude. She spoke fondly of the moments that shaped her, the people who supported her, and the fans who stood by her through thick and thin. While she acknowledged the difficulties she faced, she also celebrated the resilience that allowed her to overcome them. Alicia's decline and final challenges were not a conclusion, but a transformation. They marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, a testament to her ability to adapt and evolve. Her journey serves as a reminder that success is not always linear, and that true strength lies in the ability to rise above adversity and embrace change. In the end, Alicia Fox's story is one of perseverance, growth, and self-discovery. Her reflections on her career highlight the importance of resilience, the value of authenticity, and the power of embracing both the highs and lows of life. Through it all, Alicia remained a fighter, proving that even in the face of challenges, there is always a way forward. Alicia Fox's farewell from the world of professional wrestling was both emotional and bittersweet. As one of WWE's most dynamic and unpredictable performers, her departure marked the end of an era. While the decision to step away from the ring was undoubtedly difficult, it also reflected a culmination of her journey, a moment to pause, reflect, and embrace the next chapter of her life. Her farewell wasn't marked by a grand send-off or a farewell match on a pay-per-view. Instead, it was a quiet transition, reflective of the complexities of her career. In 2019, Alicia made her last official WWE appearance, and while the moment wasn't labeled as her farewell at the time, fans would later look back on it as a poignant end to her in-ring journey. For fans, the realization that Alicia's time in WWE had come to an end was met with a mixture of emotions. Many celebrated her contributions and the impact she had on the women's division, while others expressed sadness at the thought of not seeing her charismatic presence on television anymore. Social media became a platform for fans to share memories, favorite matches, and heartfelt messages of gratitude. Alicia's final moments in the public eye as a WWE performer were emblematic of her career, authentic, unapologetic, and full of emotion. She didn't shy away from discussing the challenges she faced, both in and out of the ring. In interviews and social media posts, she expressed gratitude for the journey she had been on, acknowledging the ups and downs that shaped her into the person she had become. Reflecting on her career, Alicia often spoke about the fans who had supported her throughout the years. She described their loyalty and encouragement as a driving force, even during the most challenging times. For Alicia, her connection with the audience was one of the most rewarding aspects of her career. Her farewell also highlighted the relationships she had built within the wrestling community. Fellow wrestlers, both past and present, shared their admiration for Alicia, praising her for her creativity, professionalism, and willingness to support others. Many credited her with being a trailblazer, a mentor, and a source of inspiration. One of the most emotional aspects of Alicia's farewell was her acknowledgement of her personal growth. She spoke candidly about the lessons she had learned and the strength she had gained from her experiences. Her honesty resonated with fans, who saw her as a symbol of resilience and authenticity. While Alicia's departure from WWE marked the end of her wrestling career, it also opened the door to new opportunities. She began exploring other avenues, including mentorship, advocacy, and personal projects. Her focus shifted toward giving back to the community and using her platform to inspire others. In her final public statements as a WWE performer, Alicia expressed her gratitude for the journey she had been on. She spoke about the importance of embracing both success and failure, acknowledging the moments that defined her career and the people who stood by her side. Alicia's farewell wasn't just a goodbye, it was a celebration of her legacy. It was a moment for fans and peers to honor her contributions, her impact, and the indelible mark she left on WWE. For Alicia, it was an opportunity to close one chapter and look forward to the next, carrying with her the lessons and memories of a remarkable journey. Her final moments as a performer were a reminder of the power of resilience, authenticity, and the importance of staying true to oneself. While her time in the ring may have come to an end, Alicia's story continues to inspire, proving that the end of one journey is only the beginning of another. Alicia Fox's journey through the highs and lows of professional wrestling is a testament to her resilience, individuality, and impact on the industry. As a performer, she left an indelible mark, not only through her in-ring achievements, but also through her ability to connect with fans on a deeply personal level. Her legacy stands as a powerful reminder of the importance of breaking barriers, embracing challenges, and staying true to oneself. When reflecting on Alicia's career, it's impossible to ignore the historic moments that defined her time in WWE. Becoming the first African-American Divas champion was a groundbreaking achievement that shattered long-standing barriers in the industry. It wasn't just a victory for Alicia, but a significant moment for representation in wrestling, inspiring countless fans and future performers. Alicia's contributions to the women's evolution are equally noteworthy. While she may not have been at the forefront of the movement, her work laid the foundation for the changes that followed. Her ability to adapt and thrive during a transitional period in WWE's women's division demonstrated her versatility and dedication to her craft. Her character, work, athleticism, and unique storytelling added depth to an era that was evolving into something greater. Beyond her accomplishments, Alicia's legacy is defined by her authenticity. She wasn't afraid to show her true self, both in and out of the ring. Whether she was playing a charismatic heel or an unpredictable babyface, she brought her personality and passion to every performance. Fans admired her ability to entertain, her willingness to take risks, and her unapologetic embrace of individuality. Her honesty about her struggles resonated with many. Alicia's openness about mental health, personal challenges, and the pressures of life in the spotlight helped humanize her in the eyes of fans. She became a symbol of resilience, showing that even in the face of adversity, it's possible to rise above and find strength in vulnerability. Alicia's impact extends beyond her wrestling career. She became a role model for young women, particularly those who saw themselves in her journey. Her success proved that hard work, determination, and authenticity could break down barriers and open doors. For many fans, Alicia wasn't just a wrestler. She was an inspiration. Her peers in the wrestling industry have also spoken about her influence. Fellow wrestlers have praised her creativity, her ability to bring out the best in others, and her willingness to mentor and support newcomers. Alicia's presence in the locker room was described as uplifting and encouraging, further cementing her legacy as a positive force in the wrestling community. In reflecting on her career, Alicia herself has expressed gratitude for the journey she experienced. She often spoke about the lessons she learned, the people she met, and the moments that defined her time in WWE. Her reflections revealed a deep appreciation for both the highs and lows, acknowledging that every challenge shaped her into the person she is today. Alicia Fox's story is one of perseverance, growth, and transformation. It's a narrative that goes beyond wrestling, touching on themes of identity, resilience, and the pursuit of dreams. Her legacy serves as a reminder that success is not just about achieving greatness, but about the journey it takes to get there and the impact you leave behind. As fans look back on Alicia's career, they see a performer who brought joy, excitement, and emotion to the ring. They remember her iconic moments, her groundbreaking achievements, and her ability to connect with audiences in a way few others could. They celebrate her as a trailblazer, a role model, and a symbol of strength. While Alicia Fox may no longer be an active competitor, her influence continues to be felt in the wrestling world. Her story is a reminder that even in the face of adversity, it's possible to rise, inspire, and leave a legacy that stands the test of time. In the end, Alicia Fox's journey is not just her own. It's a story for anyone who has ever dared to dream, face challenges, and work tirelessly to make their mark. Her legacy is one of courage, determination, and the unwavering belief that every individual has the power to create their own path.